Hey everybody, and welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Monday. Let's clap for the new Madden game. Ba, 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 ba.
What's the NFL song?
Sunday night.
Are you ready for some incremental gaming updates?
I guess that works, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
It is basically just a new character pack that costs $60 after all that fanfare.
Good lord.
Yeah, Madden, along with a lot of other sports games, has gotten criticized quite a bit over the years for releasing annual installments that feel a lot like their predecessors. Sometimes we'll get a kind of a refresh, but a lot of the times it's just like, you could have just released the new rosters and called it a day.
I mean, they come out every single year, so.
Yes.
But Madden 21 may have taken the cake when it comes to just being an incremental update from the same game the year before. Came out a few days ago and it's getting a ton of hate for not being that much different than Madden 20.
Aside from all the new bugs, which are new, we'll get to those later. First, the review scores, and
They were very
bad.
good? Oh.
No, they're actually bad, Patrick.
Very bad.
They're bad.
The latest Madden game currently at a 62 on Metacritic. And before some people chime in like, actually 62 is not that bad. Yeah, it is bad. And it's a lot lower than the scores of other recent Madden games.
Ugh, there goes 2020. Madden games, well, the non-mobile ones anyway, usually get a Metacritic score in the 80s. So this is a lot lower.
Madden games typically have a reputation of being good, but rarely great. But Madden 21 seems to have broken that streak. Way to go. Not in a good way.
Critics blasted Madden 21 for being way too buggy and not providing enough new content to justify a brand new game. I know, it's crazy. The yearly installment, not enough new content. Now, and we know sometimes reviewers can be a little too hard on the game, those snobby games journalists that we all despise.
Yep.
But in this case, the players feel the exact same way. So this is a truly uniting hands situation.
I remembered the NFL song. It's Yeah, Madden's user score is even worse. It's currently at a 0.3. That is based on more than 1,700 user ratings. And sure, some of those probably review bombs, but players do have some legit complaints about the game.
The user score is the least useful metric in
Oh, it's
all
so
of
bad. It's so bad.
Yeah,
It's
but
just like-
people were dunking on it, so I included it because it was pretty funny.
The actual quotes are pretty good. So here's just a couple of them. User Adam Johnson wrote, "This game is atrocious. Same game as Madden 20, which was a bad game."
User Houston Frog wrote, "I can't justifiably give this game anything other than a 0. I like justifiably, like we were all waiting on Houston Frog's score
I know,
for
yeah,
this
yeah.
game.
Right.
I can't justifiably give this game anything other than a 0 because it simply doesn't work. There are so many visual and gameplay bugs that it honestly feels unfinished." Probably because it was Houston Frog.
Yeah, seriously. And JR127 wrote, "This is a glorified $60 patch. The NFL needs to reconsider their exclusivity deal if this is the best EA has to offer."
The biggest new addition to Madden 21 is a new arcade-style mode called The Yard. In that mode, you play a 6v6 mode, bringing back the more simplified football that you might have played with friends in a backyard. I know I certainly did.
Games journalist Brian Weedy said that The Yard has great potential, but at times can also be broken/unplayable. Overall, he wrote that the game suffers from excessive bugs, and it's the worst Madden in 15 years.
He added, "There's no disguising or excusing how unfinished and uninspired this game is, though, despite valuable gameplay improvements." We'll talk about those a little bit later. As for the glitches, people are already making compilations of the worst ones. That was my favorite part of writing the story, just watching the glitches. Whether it was snaps going way over the quarterback's head, a coach that looks like a hunchback, a field with no yard lines and weird glitched grass that looks like it's from 1996, or AI defensive players just leaving their receivers completely wide open. So
Cool.
I guess all defenses are like the Saints, apparently.
I used to play that at my dad's friend's house in a bass clarinet during games.
Connor, please, we're talking about football.
I was
Can
at a
we
football
have
game.
one thing?
In some cases, one team's offense just didn't show up at all.
Don't forget everyone's favorite team, the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, so there were a lot of glitches like it was WWE 2K20. The game felt very rushed out, to say the least, which makes sense considering that EA puts out a new Madden game every year, so they most certainly are rushed out. That's all they do is rush. They're probably working on Madden 22 right now.
And it probably is no picnic making a new game during a worldwide pandemic either. We should note that there's there's already been an update to address a lot of the issues, and they'll probably fix more and more, especially with fans trashing the game online. People are upset at spending $60 for a game that shipped with so many issues.
I just hope that the fixes are like outsourced to somebody with zero familiarity for the game. Like patch notes 1.02, we've added 6 more footballs to the field of play. Yep, we heard you, and every player is just a Bud Light can.
Okay, but were there any bright spots to the game? Weirdly, yes, which we'll get to in a minute. But first, let's talk about mail and stamps and stuff. Thanks to Stamps.com for sponsoring today's episode.
Today's episode of Inside Gaming Daily is sponsored by Stamps.com. As we slowly adjust to this new normal, we still need to be smart about the way we do business. Luckily, there is Stamps.com to make things easier. Thousands of small business owners have discovered the benefits of Stamps.com in recent months. They've been able to keep their businesses running and avoid the crowds at the post office, all from their own computers. Now that's business. That's the classic Connor catchphrase. With Stamps.com, you can print postage on demand and avoid going to the post office entirely. You'll save money with discounted rates that you can't even get there. And Stamps.com also offers UPS services with discounts up to 62%. And I know what you're thinking, there are no residential surcharges, okay? Rest easy. And that's business. Stamps.com brings all the mailing and shipping services you need right to your computer in the comfort of your home or office. Whether you're a small business sending invoices, an online seller shipping out products, or just working from home and need to mail stuff, Stamps.com can handle it all with ease. Simply use your computer to print official US postage 24/7 for any letter, any package, and any class of mail anywhere you want to send it. Once your mail is ready, just leave it for your mail carrier, schedule a pickup, or drop it in the mailbox. It's that simple. And like I said, with Stamps.com, you get great discounts too. 5 cents off every stamp and up to 62% off USPS and UPS shipping rates. It is a no-brainer. It's saving you time and money. Right now, our viewers get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale without any long-term commitment. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in inside. Again, that's Stamps.com and inside.
Thank you, Stamps.com, for sponsoring today's show.
So back to the bright spots in this whole mess. Madden 21's underlying gameplay has gotten a lot of praise. IGN wrote that Madden 21 has arguably the best core gameplay the series has ever seen.
Yeah, they wrote, when things are running smoothly on the field, moment-to-moment gameplay feels a tiny bit faster than last year with more precise animations for things like jukes and spins. Runners plant their feet well and make decisive cuts, so it all adds up to really satisfying goal line moments on both offense and defense.
So that's good. Gameplay, that's a good thing to have. The problem is that there are just so many other problems with the game. Franchise mode, for example, basically the same as last year's Madden, which itself was almost the same as the year before that, so they haven't really updated it that much.
GameSpot said that Madden 21 feels more like an update than a new game, with far more technical issues than normal and large chunks of recycled content. Their reviewer loved the Yard mode, calling it the best new Madden mode in over a decade, but they added that the tentpole modes that require a deep investment haven't received meaningful updates, and the on-the-field gameplay doesn't do much to move the series forward and is hampered by surprising technical issues.
Dillshocker said that Madden 21 is a mess, writing, last year the team masked bad gameplay with shiny new X-Factor abilities. However, with 21 not fixing any of the big issues, that luster is completely gone. What you're left with is a game that's fully concentrated on squeezing every last cent out of its customer base.
And there it is. That's the big issue that lots of people have with Madden. It just feels like EA wants to sell them a new game every year, whether it's needed or not, and whether or not it's actually new. It's just, these games kind of feel like when sitcoms used to do best of episodes, and they would just
shows?
just a clip show.
Flashback episodes or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Madden, like other EA sports games, has an ultimate team mode. Good.
But yeah, those mechanics might be despised by players, but they're also popular, and they make EA a lot of money. In the 2020 fiscal year, EA made almost $1.5 billion in revenue from Ultimate Team modes. So stop supporting this.
So the Madden money machine will keep on rolling along. Whether the games are good or not, that's not really the point of these games anymore, it seems.
No.
In the case of Madden 21, this year's installment definitely feels like a whiff.
An interception, if you will.
Oh, good. That's football, dude. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey, welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Wednesday.
Oh, it's Wednesday, it's hump day, but it's also glitch hump day, so... It'll make sense in a minute.
I've never been more scared. Pro wrestling has never been the most realistic of sports, but WWE 2K20 has really taken things to a whole nother level.
Gosh, it's gonna be nothing but